Yo, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal,
Adio.
and we are back to talk about UFC Vegas 105, our final thoughts, predictions, and face-offs for the prelims here. And a lot of changes to talk about here. First, we have a fight that was canceled, which was Martin Budai versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Unfortunately, Kennedy Nzechukwu got hurt, but he did get replaced, and his replacement is Yuran Satibaldiev. Also, another thing to mention is that we lost a fight in this one, which was unfortunately the Daniel Santos versus Davy Grant fight, because of course Daniel Santos supposedly didn't show up for the weigh-ins. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened there, why he didn't show up for the weigh-ins, but he just decided not to show up. I think it's because he was a pussy and didn't want to face Davy Grant. That's my thoughts personally. But anyways, so we're down to 12 fights, but we're going to get into the prelims right now. And the first fight we have here is Vanessa Demopoulos versus Talita Alencar. Andio, who you got in this one here after watching the face-offs?
I still gotta go with Vanessa Demopoulos here. She's been good for me when I've picked her as far as making money goes so far, and this is an even fight here. Uh, the thing I noticed about this fight here is the way Demopoulos went into her classic pose there, and Alan Carr started kind of like doing the wall, kind of like doing almost the hands in the pockets thing, kind of like not impressed with how Demopoulos was posing, kind of like I don't know how to describe it, kind of like stop fooling around kind of thing. She looked at me, you're not even you're not a threat to me, something like that. Did you notice anything like that?
Well, I mean, it looked like Talita Alencar is obviously not taking this fight seriously with her stupid smile there. But we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that in a sec here.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Demopoulos, I just think she has more grit, and I think if she keeps it on the feet, or I think her kicks are going to make a difference. I think her volume is going to make a difference, and I think she's scrambly enough on the ground down there to avoid any submissions by Alan Carr, but she still has to be worried about that. So give me Demopoulos by decision.
All right, man. So yeah, I'm still in agreement too. I got to go with Vanessa Demopoulos, man. First of all, at these face-offs, we could see that Vanessa Demopoulos, I was actually very impressed with her physical shape, man. She definitely was training for this fight because she's looking much more muscular than I've seen before. She's got muscles, she's built, she's ripped, she's got the abs. She's actually bigger, a little bit bigger than Talita Alencar as well. You can see that she's slightly taller as well. Alencar is also in good shape as well, but you can see that Demopoulos is the more muscular and bigger in size. And this is going to bode well for her, especially when it comes to grappling, because I think she's going to be the stronger fighter. And that way she'll be able to fend off the takedowns from Talita if she tries that. And again, Vanessa Demopoulos is good on the ground as well. We talked about how she has the skills to grapple. And also she's got better striking, I find, than Talita Alencar by far, and she's going to be the more powerful puncher in this one, with the height advantage as well, and the 1 inch reach advantage. So I like Vanessa Demopoulos still in this one, man. I think she's fought the better fighters. She's more experienced. She's better than Talita, and I got her winning here. This one easily by submission or decision. I think that she could actually sub Talita, even though Talita is more of the jiu-jitsu, likes to go for submissions and stuff. But Vanessa, she does have submissions out of her 11 wins. We have to acknowledge that 4 of those 11 wins are by submission as well, and 6 decision wins, 1 knockout. So she can sub too. So, she's not a slouch on the ground. She's good. And I could see her maybe even getting a takedown of her own. She does have to be careful though, not to get caught in some stupid submission that Talita might try to pull off here, but I don't think she's going to pull it off. I think Vanessa wins this one here, submission or decision for me. All right, so we're in agreement still with this one. Now, this is the fight that got canceled, which was originally supposed to be Martin Budai versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. So now we got Gorilla Uran Satibaldiev coming in here. So I was watching the fights of Uran Satibaldiev, and I was very impressed, man. The first fight I watched was a fight that took place in the LFA, and it was a fight against Bruno Assis, who was a black belt in jiu-jitsu. And this fight was absolutely amazing. Um, so Uran had very good punches. He had very good leg kicks. He kept moving forward. He had a couple of level changes, but he wasn't able to take down Bruno Assis right away. And what ended up happening is in the first round, he tried a couple of times to take down Bruno Assis, but he failed. And then at one point, they were clinching up against the cage, and Bruno Assis managed to trip him and get on top of him. So he took him down. Bruno Assis got on top of him and almost submitted him twice. First time he almost submitted him with an arm triangle, and Uran fought and survived and survived that submission, got out of it. The second time they were scrambling again on bottom, and Bruno Assis got him down again and adjusted his position into a triangle and tried to submit him from bottom and with his legs and like wrapped around Uran's neck. I thought he was finished, and he still survived that one. Next thing you know, in the second round, this time it was in the second round, Uran was able to take down Bruno Assis with a double leg, and then got on top of him, and then started ground and pounding him. Okay, but prior to that, Bruno actually tried to submit Uran a few more times, actually. So like there was multiple submission attempts here, and Uran survived them all. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit. And then in the second round, in the third round, it was Uran who ended up taking down Bruno, getting on top of him, getting his back, and just lacing him with punches like crazy, and knocked him the fuck out. The ref had to stop it. It was absolutely insane. So that was the first fight I watched. So he survived adversity from multiple submission attempts, ended up later getting the takedowns of his own and finishing him brutally with a knockout, with a TKO. The next fight I watched was Uran, again in the LFA, fighting Leon Suarez this time. So he fought Leon Suarez in that fight, and it was a really, really good fight. Leon Suarez ended up getting submitted, and it was by a really nice Kimura that Uran was able to land on Leon Suarez. A nice Kimura, and he looked like he improved on his grappling and his jiu-jitsu. I gotta go with Uran here. I think that this guy is gonna win this fight. I think he can beat Martin Budai. I think his grappling is better. I think his power punches are better, and his jiu-jitsu skills are better. Martin Budai, he trods slowly, moves slowly, tries to get you against the clinch. And Uran, in that fight against Bruno Assis, many times was against the fence, against the clinch, and got away. He reversed it, used his power and changed positions, and ended up getting the dominant side of the clinch. So I don't think Martin Budai is going to beat this guy, man. I really like what I'm seeing from Uran. So I'm going with Uran Satibaldiev to win this fight. And I'm going to say he wins this fight by, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to go with a knockout or a decision in this one. I think that he's going to get a lot of takedowns, get on top, and use some ground and pound, maybe knock him out or win a decision just by controlling him on the ground.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go with Uran myself. I think his durability is pretty good, and I think you got to say, he fights with a bit more flair than Martin Budai has lately. And, I think it's going to be pretty tough to get Budai down here, but as long as he stays active and hopefully can get off the clinch again and get off the fence again in this fight, because that's what Budai is all about. But I'm going to go with the newcomer here, Uran, because I never had too much faith in Budai, and I think this could be a little trap for him here. So give me Uran by decision or knockout.
Let me tell you, Uran is from Kyrgyzstan, and he has that Dagestani type of style fighting. Also, he has a 3-inch reach advantage. So I've seen the way he punches. I can see him literally doing the same thing that Nizichukwu was going to do in that fight, which is to keep a decent distance and piece him up with the punches and jabs. He has some decent jabs and punches. I could see him landing a lot of punches on Martin Budai. As Martin Budai slowly tries to move forward, I could see him getting clipped a few times in the face. And Uran is very good at chain wrestling and grappling, so I could see him just finding ways to get Martin Budai to the ground. Once Martin Budai gets on the ground, it's game over for him. And all he needs to do is get him down once, and I think that Uran will get that ground and pound win there. So I'm going for the dog in this one. I think this is a dog or pass type of situation, especially that we didn't get the Kennedy Nzechukwu fight. I know he's coming in on short notice, but definitely think he could get it done. All right, so now let's move on up. So we're in agreement with this one. I hope we get this one right, Andy O, man, and be like the stars here predicting this this dog here to win. All right, let's get to the next fight. We got Victor Henry versus Pedro Falcao. Who you got here, Andy O?
Oh, let's I got Victor Henry here because I think he's craftier. I think again the blend of his skills will lead him to the win here. And I thought actually he was going to be a little shorter actually than Falcao here for some reason, but that's not the case. Either way, I think it's a good fight, Henry here. So give me a decision. It's hard to tell with a Henry fight, but give me decision most likely, and then maybe knockout.
Yeah, it is pretty accurate. The height, the height. Victor Henry's supposed to be 5'7", and Pedro is 5'6", and that's pretty accurate here. You can see that Victor's a little bit taller there than Pedro. But one of the things I noticed, and you can see it in this picture if you pay attention there, Victor Henry looks really, really skinny, man. If you can see this on the side here, look at his arm, look at his chest and his body. It's very, very skinny compared to Pedro Falcao. You can see that Pedro Falcao is a much thicker guy. He's bigger, more muscular. You can see his chest is bigger, his arms are bigger. I'm loving his crazy tattoos. It shows that he's very hardcore and powerful. And definitely was thinking of switching my pick here. I was literally thinking of going for Victor Henry after I saw this face-off here, man. I really like what I'm seeing from Pedro Falcao. I talked about him a lot in the early predictions. I like that this guy's a chain wrestler. His grappling is phenomenal. He's got very good jiu-jitsu, a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got very good ground and pound if he takes Victor Henry down. I just feel like he just looks like the stronger guy. He looks like the more dangerous guy, and he is dangerous, this Pedro guy. I'm going for another dog here. I'm going for Pedro Falcao in this one. I think Pedro Falcao is going to beat Victor Henry. Again, I don't have the super high confidence that he'll beat him, but I was going to switch my pick and take Victor Henry. But I'm going to stick with Pedro Falcao and stick with my first instinct. Go with Pedro. I think he's bigger. Based on what I'm seeing here, I think he just looks better, and I think he's going to do some damage this on come Saturday, man. I think he's going to. I'm calling a KO or submission win for Pedro Falcao here, man. So we'll see what happens. All right. So we're in disagreement with this one here. Let's move on up to the next fight. Oh, yeah. Luma Lookboonmee against Estela Nunes. This one here, man, I got to go with Luma Lookboonmee. She's looking good. Estela Nunes obviously has the height advantage, as you can see here. She is in good shape. She's pretty ripped, pretty muscular. But Luma Lookboonmee is a little bit thicker. She's also in good shape as well. Again, I got to go with Luma Lookboonmee. She's just got way more skills, man. The Muay Thai skills, the Muay Thai boxing and kicks, and everything she's got to offer is so much better than Estela Nunes. I cannot go and pick a girl that lost 4 fights in a row and against lower level competition, again, other than Sam Hughes. And Luma has just been fighting the better fighters, I find, and just looks better out there. And yeah, I definitely got Luma winning by knockout or decision here, man.
Yeah, Luma always the smaller girl in her fights, eh? But she always brings it, man. Yeah, to add to that, I think she's just gonna have better pace. The Muay Thai elbows and knees are gonna mess Estela Nunes up here. And also, I think Estela Nunes has a problem when it comes to gassing out, so keep an eye on that. I'm going to be calling Lookboonmee by probably decision.
All right, man. So we're in agreement with Luma here in this one. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Rice McKee against Daniel Frunza.
All right, so here, now that Davy Grant is not in the fight, unfortunately, this may in fact be the dog of the week here with Rice McKee. I like his 5-inch reach advantage. I like his volume. I hope that he can stay away from fighting in the pocket too much with Daniel Frenza, who has decent power. But one thing also that Rice McKee has, and apparently he's been working on it, but they all say that again, right? Is his grappling. Like Frunza doesn't have any grappling. So if McKee uses some of that at the right times, or even threatens from time to time, I think that'll do the job also. So I'm looking for Rice McKee to finally get a win after his 0-2, 0-2 UFC start. Fifth time's a charm, baby. By knockout or decision.
Man, fifth time, eh? Fifth time's a charm.
Fifth time.
God, how many times does he have to go, man? I mean, yeah, no, I can't go with Rice McKee. He's just
Oh, come on.
he just hasn't proven himself. And when I look at this face off here, man, Rice McKee has that. It was accurate. The height was accurate. He's 1 inch taller at 6'2". Friends is 6'1". And he is going to have that reach advantage, Rice McKee. You can see his long ass arms there. They look like they're long arms in this picture, even. And he's going to have a 5-inch reach advantage, Rice McKee. But Frunza, look at the size of Frunza here. You can see that he's the bigger guy. Just look at his back, how much wider and bigger he looks than Rice McKee. He's more muscular, more built, bigger. He looks stronger than Rice McKee. I think he's going to be more powerful than Rice McKee as well. So I got to go with Daniel Frunza here, man. I just like the fact that this guy has the knockout power, and I could see him clipping Rice McKee, getting that knockout win. Again, he's got 8 knockouts out of his 9 wins there, only 1 decision win. So he's a knockout artist. He's very powerful, very strong. And again, Rice McKee did get knocked out. I know it's been a minute, but he did get knocked out. And it was against Kazmat Kamayev. I know that it's a while ago, and Kamayev is really good. He did also get knocked out by Tim Barnett a while back too, in his earlier fights. But the fact that in the UFC, man, losing to Alex Morono, and then the 2 losses to Ange Lusa and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I mean, yes, those are good. They're good fighters.
And he looked good in those fights too.
I mean, he did look good in those fights. I mean, he did go to the decision. He didn't get finished or anything like that. But I just don't think he has that oomph that he needs to have to really make it in the UFC, and that's why he can't seem to get over that hump. I think Daniel Frunza coming in here, making his UFC debut. I think he's going to get the job done and knock out Rice McKee. So I got Frunza winning this one by knockout or decision. But it's going to be a close fight. This might be one of the banger fights of the night here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the main event of the prelims. Guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We are giving you these fights in the right order, by the way, on Topology. So we got Diana Belbita against Dion Barbosa. Like I mentioned already, there was no reason to really talk about this fight. You can see that Dion Barbosa is twice the size of Diana Belbita. Diana Belbita is way too girly, man. Like, I mean, she looks. She looks very good. I mean, she's skinny. She's good looking, but she just looks too girly and skinny and frail, and looks very very beatable. Dion Barbosa looks like a dude practically. She's fucking muscular. Look at the size of her arms, her back. She's ripped. She's got abs. She looks 10 times stronger and bigger than Diana. And very simple for me to call this one. I said it again, and I'll say it again. Diana Belbita lost she lost 5 times by submission, 4 times by decision, and Dion Barbosa has won 3 times by submission and 4 times by decision. So I got to go with Dion Barbosa to win by submission or decision. No brainer here.
Yeah, after coming out of retirement and for the opportunity to face Molly McCann and then getting subbed by Molly McMahon, only in order to, not retire after that again, to fight Dion Barbosa, who's like a real black belt with real black belt skills, unlike Molly McCann. It doesn't look good for Belbita here, man. she's supposed to be stronger here since she moved up in weight class. So let's see if she can stay on her feet a little more. But yeah, I see Barboza eventually getting her down, and probably I'd like to I'd like to say that Barboza is going to get a sub within the first 2 rounds on this one.
Definitely think it can happen, man. So there you have it, folks. Our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelims. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for the main card picks.
The main card coming up next. And me and NDO disagreeing on only 2 fights in the prelims here. Like I said, I almost switched my pick with Victor Henry. We'll technically say that we disagreed on one because I was almost going to go lean towards Henry. It's only because of what I've seen in the face-offs that I'm going for Falcao. I have a funny feeling about it. I'm literally going with a gut feeling on this Falcao guy. Now, if this backfires on me, man, I was going to switch to Victor Henry. So I'm just saying that right now. I'll take the L, but I'm going with a feeling here for Falcao. But anyways, we disagreed on a couple, but let's see what happens in the main card.
Okay, my baby.
Peace out, folks. KA MMA, let's get it.